Hello, everybody, and happy Halloween. This is unbelievable. What a show I got today. You're not going. This is to me, it touched my heart. It's one of the best shows I feel because it's my culture. I got some very special people coming on. But before I go any further, this is very important. I want you to listen to me because we got thousands of people that I send this to. But it's important for you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Let me say this again. Listen to me, please. Like, share, subscribe. Don't be afraid to put a comment on the bottom. You know, if it's something that's bad, possibly I'll send my brother to pay you a visit and he'll flatten your tires. No, I'm only teasing you. Don't forget that. And I want to here's my sponsors. First of all, next week I had Bob Kellogg coming in, but I got a call this morning. This guy's unbelievable. All the fish that he caught, he gave it away. Now he's going back to Alaska fishing again to stock up. So Bob will not be here next week, but I'm going to get him. I promise you, I'll get him as soon as I possibly can. So Kellogg's Corn Flakes, my major sponsor. I love you, Bob. Do me a favor. Don't send me no fish. I got plenty. It's in the freezer, but you keep it for yourself. Thanks anyway. We like to thank WeLink. Now, WeLink is what my brother runs. It's one of the number one fiber optics in the country. You know, and I wish to God that I get it as soon as I possibly can, because I'm telling you, I watch TV, and as you know, the internet is always so slow, but what he has is unbelievable. Also, I'd like to thank Susie Trumps. Let me tell you about Susie Trumps. Susie Trumps did a movie. And the movie is called Between the Ropes. And for the people that are watching me, what she's trying to do is to publish this show, have some investors come in to buy the show so it can go like Rocky 1, Rocky 2. I got to tell you, I was very, very impressed. I wish I would have known her prior, because I'd have been in the movie doing something. I have no idea what I would have been doing. I would like to thank George Harris from Alien Tequila. Now, I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. But I got to tell you, if you are a tequila lover, it is the best tequila I've ever tasted. And I'd like to thank George for being one of our special sponsors also as well. And without further ado, don't forget my book, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Deceit, Corruption, and Cover-Up. It's the story of my life. If anybody's interested in looking at the real story of exactly what happened, I'd be more than happy to send you a book, show us what we have, and we'll take it from there. It's $24.95, and all the money that goes to that book goes to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And what you're hearing in the background is somebody trying to call me, and I thought I shut my phone off, but I didn't, but it's off now. So I'm so sorry. I got to tell you something real quick. Yesterday, it was the day before yesterday, it was Halloween. Now, I don't give candy. I give money. I give dollar bills to the kids, because the first time I did it, I spent $180. I was giving out I had candy for until I retired, and when I'm done retiring. So about 10 years ago, I decided to give away money, a dollar bill. I got to tell you something. I could not believe the kids, how excited they were that I gave them $1. And one little kid said, "Oh my God, Mommy, this is better than candy." So each kid came up to my door. Excuse me, I gave them a dollar bill. And I was really impressed this year because the mothers and the grandmothers and the grandfathers, they were the ones that were dressed, and they looked great. I wish I'd have took some pictures in camera. Well, ladies and gentlemen, get ready for a very special show, because I got two people that I flew in from South Philadelphia. Went back and I got them. I knew in my heart that people were still alive. I didn't know how many people, if they were together. I knocked on every door. I went to Passyunk Avenue in Philly. I went to 9th Street. I'm knocking on doors, seeing if people, is anybody still together, husband and wife? Does anybody cook? No, them days are done. Nobody does that no more. But ladies and gentlemen, I went to 424 Valmer Street in South Philly. And this wonderful woman opened up the door. She had the apron on. She had pizzelles in her hand. And I said, "Wait a minute. Just a second. Let me tell you who I am." So they welcomed me into their house. I had a little espresso. I said, "Your husband's still alive?" He said, "He's out there. He was downstairs boxing. He had like a bag. And he's hitting this speed bag and he's jumping." Oh, my God. I said, "Listen, let me pay for your airline tickets. I got to bring you to Las Vegas. I'll put you up at Caesar's Palace." I says, "and then stay for a couple days, and then I'll take you back to the airport." Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce two phenomenal people that I became very close with, that are the last true Italian people. And I wanted to see if they were Italian, so I said to Joe, Joe, would you take off your shoes and let me see your feet? He had purple feet. And I knew right there and then that he stepped on the grapes, and I knew that he was Italian from Italy. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I want you to say hello to Joe and Tina Dolby. Oh, thanks, Joe. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Tina. You doing okay?
I'm doing good.
Are you excited?
Oh, very.
I can see I got the chills. How excited. I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this show today is about them. They're the last of what my culture, my memories were from my grandmother, my grandfather, because years ago in Philadelphia, when everybody was alive them days, back when I was 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, and it was Italian neighborhoods and Christmas, and since the holidays are coming in, I miss that. And when I went into their home, I got to tell you something, it was just, I could have cried, because what she cooked is not to believe. And I want to show you a little clip, because believe it or not, my brother stuck it to me. I had to take him with me so he can film it. That was another round trip ticket. I had to take him back to Philly. He wanted me to take his wife. I said, leave her home. I said, she'll be fine. So we went, and he shot the dinner. She cooked us a dinner. Where do you see the dinner? So let me introduce. I'm going to start with Joe. Joe, thanks for coming on the show today, pal.
Thanks for having us, Mike.
Really?
Yes.
Are you happy, Joe?
I'm very happy to.
Are you winning money since you've been here?
No.
Don't, because Vegas was built of people that lost money. Joe, let me ask you a question. Memories of South Philadelphia. Tell my viewers out there, we got 20,000 people that I send this to. Tell my viewers.
How far back should I go, Mike?
Well, let's see. Let's when they had the horse trough, when Abbott's truck and when Patrick Abbott, when the horses were drinking the water.
I remember when the Iceman used to come.
Tell everybody who the Iceman was.
We lived on the third floor. There was a guy who used to come around on a truck, and he would sell ice because nobody had a refrigerator. You know what I mean? We had an ice box. And you put the ice on the top, and that kept all the food in the ice box cool. You know,
How
right?
much was the ice, Joe?
And
How much was the ice?
15-cent piece. He used to walk up 3 flights of steps.
Must have been heavy.
15-cent piece of ice. He put it on his shoulder, put the rag on his shoulder, and the ice would go on, and I used to say to myself, this guy's getting 15 cents, and he's working up 3 flights of stairs for that 15 cents.
Well, a lot of people don't know, back in Philadelphia, they had apartments. You had first, like New York, right?
We lived in our grandfather's house.
Okay.
And we lived on the 3rd floor. My mother and my 3 sisters. My father left us when we were kids. We were all starting to grow. I got very close to my grandfather, right? And
all right. I can feel your pain. I know what you feel. I can understand. It's very emotional, and I understand it. You're right, and because my grandfather raised me also as well. So see, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. These are the last of what Italian culture was. And I still, to this very day, at the age of 72, I'll say to my wife, put this in the icebox. I still say that today. Yeah. Put it in the icebox. Amazing. My brother's shaking his head. He goes, I do the same thing. You know what I mean? And what's funny, he makes his wife carry the ice on her shoulder. Go ahead, Joe.
I go back to when they used to pick up the garbage with horse and wagons. Used to come and pick up the trash.
Abbott's milk. They had the horse and wagon. Go ahead.
But even the city, when they would come by trash day, they would have horse and wagons. There was no trucks. So all the horsemen along naturally is in the street. they would have a guy. His job was to come by with a shovel
And shovel the
and
manure
shovel
up.
it into the truck.
Right, and he put that on his shoulder and carried it to the third floor. Hold on, Joe. We got so much to go. Listen, next to me is Tina, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let me tell you about Tina. You're not going to believe this. And before I even start with her, she walks in. I told her I love lemon. I don't know how the hell she made it in the hotel, how she convinced these people to do this. But she walked in with a lemon meringue pie. I love lemon meringue pie. Rick, do me a favor. Give me a clip. Look at that. Look at that shot. This is a lemon meringue pie, homemade. I don't know how the hell she was allowed to go into the kitchen at Caesars, but she got it done. And I can tell right now that's not from Marie Callender's. I can guarantee it.
I was very persuasive.
Very persuasive. Tina, no words to thank you for coming here.
You're welcome.
It's just wonderful. You in South Philly all your life, like me.
All my life. Born and raised.
Born and raised in
on
South
8th and Christian.
8th and Christian. You know, I got a friend out.
There were a lot of restaurants on 8th and Christian at the time.
What's some of the? You remember some of the names?
Jardina Terrain.
I was too young to remember the names. But I remember sitting on opera singers' laps.
Victor's Cafe?
No, I wasn't. That was a few blocks away.
Victor's, and then you had Mara's Pizzeria? Which,
No, a few blocks away. The ones that I'm talking about are long gone. Yeah.
Well, you know, Mara's is still there, Joe.
Yes.
I remember Fury's. Fury's used to be there. It was 10 cents a cut for a slice of pizza. And my friend Vinny Motto, I always mention his name. He's out in South Philly. We were kids together. He still lives right on 12th Street. He lives in the same house for almost 70 years. It's amazing. He lives in that same house. And I said, Vinny, why don't you go? No, this is when I'm happy. He's happy. He's the last. And then when I go back, Joe, I go back strictly for him. Hi, Vin. How you doing? I would have took you guys out, but you never would have been at the studio. You would have been gambling. So it's easier for me to fly them out. So what are some of your dishes that your mother and your grandmother, like if I, like when I came to your house, you made a beautiful meal. But let's say President Trump gets in and he comes to your house. What would you make President Trump?
Well, I would make my grandfather's recipe for potato gnocchis. Because they were so good. He was the best. That was one thing that he cooked. He would go into the dining room, get all his stuff, and I would remember with his thumb making all those potato gnocchis. That's one thing. And then my uncle, I would probably make some of his desserts because he made the best Italian cream cake. And I think that's where I got my baking abilities from watching him. So.
But you were a florist.
I was a florist for 41 years.
And what was the name of the flower shop?
The New Leaf Flowers by Tina.
Oh my God, in heaven. Was that near La Rosa's?
No, it was on 10th and Wharton, a block west of Pat Steaks.
Pat Steaks, but for people who don't know who Pat Steaks is, but you have to go on YouTube. You got Geno's, you got Pat's. I still think of that many times in the morning. My breakfast, believe it or not, was a Pat Steak. Now, who taught you how to bake?
Well, I watched my uncle, I watched my mother, I watched my grandmother. They were all great cooks and bakers. And then I sort of was self-taught after that. But I had a lot of examples from them, so that's what started me.
Unbelievable.
And that's what I love to do.
Well, I'll tell you what, Rick Manning, do me a favor, show me a clip, okay, of the dinner that we had at her house when I went to get them. Show them a clip of that. Hi everybody, Mike Leonetti here. What did I tell you? We're talking homemade bread. Homemade bread. This is just the beginning. We're over here. The people that I'm going to have over here, you're going to go out of your mind. Watch this. Maron, is that good?
Yeah, that's my kids.
It's all sweet sauce.
It's all sweet. Nice. Anybody want cheese?
We're over here right now. I'm having some meatballs and some sausages. This is a real Italian Sunday dinner. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nothing like it. Ooh. Let me finish my food. Now you're busting my cajones. Unbelievable. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Did you see the meatballs? Did you see the eggplant parmesan? Unbelievable. My brother ate like a gavone. I couldn't believe it. What this guy ate. I said, Maron. I said, what is it with you? He said, it's delicious. I can't stop eating it. That's unbelievable. How many years you married?
62.
62 years. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got a little surprise when I come back. I'm going to do something very special for the both of these wonderful people. So I want you to relax. This is just the beginning. We got another segment of the show. They ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you something. We're going to talk more about the Italian food, and we'll be right back. And we're going to do lady, we're going to do a commercial. I see you through the camera. This is the best part. Don't you dare move. Sit down. We'll be right back.
Today, we can't live without the internet. It connects us to everything and everyone. But when it comes to internet service, consumers are faced with a limited number of options and no real choice. The same handful of companies lure you in with gimmicky pricing, only to raise your rate months later. Your bills are inconsistent, include hidden fees, and your service isn't great either. In the end, you're stuck paying way too much for way too little. So why can't we do better? What if there was a provider with affordable and transparent pricing, reliable service, and lightning-fast speeds? Now there is. Introducing WeLink, a new and revolutionary home internet. At WeLink, our mission is simple: provide low-cost, high-quality internet that improves our customers' lives. WeLink uses new wireless technology, capable of bringing gigabit speed internet to homes without all the complexity and costs of traditional fiber. With WeLink's wireless technology, you'll be able to enjoy the internet at gigabit speeds. This is fast enough for streaming and gaming across dozens of devices, all at the same time. For helping us bring service to your neighborhood, you'll receive an exclusive discounted offer and a monthly rate that gets better with time. By switching to WeLink, you could save up to $840 per year. The internet is far too important to be controlled by a handful of companies who provide subpar service for far too high a price. WeLink, a new internet built by you and for you. Call.
We're back, everybody, for the second half of the show. You know, a lot of people ask me all the time, they say, Mike, when are you going to come back and perform again? Trust me, when I find a place that was equally as good as my mother's house, I promise you, I'll find a spot and I'll bring my show and I'll be glad to come back and perform. See, a lot of people don't understand that wherever I perform at, it's important that the place compliments the people that I bring in. And when they don't compliment my customer, it's easier for me to say, thanks anyway, I'll find a place one day that will do that. And when I find that place, I promise you, I'll come back. Because I really want to buy a casino. I'm looking for it. So anybody wants to sell a casino, let me know. Joe, you got any money on you?
I can make you a loan.
Come make me a loan, he said. Yeah. You know, I got to tell you something. As I was talking to them, and I'm so really blessed to have them, they're very good friends of mine. Tina's daughter, they have a business called Tina's Treats. Now, wait a minute.
Sweet Treats.
It's called Sweet Treats, right? Tina's Sweet Treats, am I saying that correctly? Tina's, because her daughter's in the background making all kind of faces, and she'd open up a purse, she had mace on her. She's going like this. She's going like this to me. No, I'm only teasing. Tina's Sweet Treats, and I got to tell you, they're coming out to live. They're going to live in Las Vegas. So the holidays are here, and if you want real, listen to me when I'm telling you, real bakery from an Italian, from Italy, this is the last person that does it. So we're going to put our number up. Don't forget, my brother superimposed her phone number, make a call, and they do pies, and they do little flower arrangements. But I got to tell you, if you guys love Italian food, if you like Italian sfogliatelles and pizzelles and all the stuff that is long gone, she is here to make that for you. So do yourself a favor and do that. Are you excited about doing it? What's your favorite thing to make? What do you like to make?
I like to bake bread.
You like to bake? I love. I got to tell you, that bread. My wife took the bread, and it was 3 days later. It was delicious. I buy the bread at Smith's and Albertsons, and the next day it's a rock. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. I don't know. Did you fly the water in from Philly, or did you use a hose? What the hell did you do? Did you soak it in the Schuylkill River? What did you do?
No, I just made it with love.
You made it? No, the bread's great. Joe, let me ask you a question. You son of a gun, I love you. What's your favorite dish that your wife makes for you?
She makes a lot. Anything she makes. I was brought up, Mike, whatever your mother put on the table, that's what you ate.
That's what you ate.
Okay? So, but I was lucky.
Do you like the red sauce? Do you like the marinara sauce?
I like anything she makes. She can tell you. I never say, I don't like this, so
But wait a minute. Now, are you a bruschetta lover? Do you like linguine?
I like the gravy. I like
hold it now, ladies and gentlemen. He's talking about red sauce. You got to remember the people, tutta americana, that's out there. They don't understand when you say gravy, they think brown. No, gravy. Italians, we say gravy. He's talking about sauce. Sauce, right, Joe?
Right.
Red sauce. Okay,
exactly.
No, I'm only teasing you. That's great.
She makes gravy. She makes the marinara sauce. She makes the white sauce. She does it everything. I mean,
what's your favorite macaroni? I mean, is it rigatoni? Is it bruschettelli? Is it linguine? Is it ziti? What is it? Come on.
Fettuccine.
Oh, you like the thicker macaroni.
Yeah, exactly.
How about you, T? What's your favorite?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti?
Yeah.
Just regular spaghetti?
Right. I like the homemade one.
Unbelievable. Really?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. My brother came over and he had a bag. He came to my house. He comes every Sunday. Now, he never brings nothing. It's okay. We understand that. And he brought ragu. I couldn't believe that. He brought a bag of ragu. I said, are you kidding me?
It's a lie. It's such a lie.
No, it wasn't ragu. It was Paul Newman sauce.
Only the best.
Only the best. Unreal. Well, you know something? I got a surprise.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable. This is very unusual. Very unusual for me to do this. Make sure I'm tuned up. That's it. You know, my mom and dad are gone, unfortunately. But I never got a chance to sing this song for the two of you. And this is called The Wedding Song. So I like to dedicate this song to the two of you. Is that okay with you, Joe?
Yeah.
When you're old, wedding ring, picture she made as your bride, even though silver crowns your hair, he could still see the gold ringlets there. Love's old flame stay the same when the day she'll change her name. When you're old, wedding ring. When you're old, wedding ring. When you're old, wedding ring was new, 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 new. When your old wedding ring was new. That was for the two of you.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Oh, my pleasure. That was great. Unbelievable. It still chokes me up till this very day to sing that. Yeah,
You want
Joe.
to find out how I met her?
I'd like to know how you found out how you met her, Joe. Tell us.
And I used to work room service in the Woolworth Hotel, a real swanky place.
Okay.
My cousin got me a job on it. So anyway, I wind up working. They taught me how to be a waiter. And I wind up in room service. Back then, they get all the movie stars, blah, blah, blah. So, and you worked the swing shift. So I was on 4 to 12 shift for it this week. So now, South Philly, you know, every corner's got a hangout.
Is this the one with the car?
No.
All right, go ahead.
So I'm standing outside the hangout, Passion Avenue.
Right.
She lived on 8th and Christian, a couple blocks away. So and then I happened to be looking out the window, and I said, and she passed me by, and I said, "Wow, look at that girl." So next day, I'm outside. she walks by, she's got books, and said, I said, Jesus, I says, how did you get so pretty in 16 years? She stuck her nose up in the air and she just kept on walking.
Is that what he did?
Yeah.
So she just kept on walking. The next day I'm out there again. I happened to, I was working 4 to 12. I had the afternoons off.
Right.
So I see her walk by, and she happens to turn up Christian Street right before the store. So I jump in my car, I go around a block, and she's almost up to 7th and Christian Street. She's got to cross the street,
Right.
Because she lives on 8th and Christian. So she's trying to cross the street. I pull the car up. She can't get by. And she's trying to get by. Every time she go this way, I pull the car up. She go back, I pull the car back. So anyway, I make her look, so I said, let me take you home. She says, I live right on the corner. All I gotta do is walk a block. So I said, come on, let me drive you home. And that was it.
And that was it. And that was 62 years.
62.
62? Were you glad that he moved the car up and back?
No.
Because you don't seem too thrilled right now. I don't know what.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah.
And you have, how many children do you have?
We have 4 sons.
And how many grandchildren do you have?
7.
And how many great-grandchildren do you have?
Actually, 1.
Only one great-grandchild?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Well, I got to tell you, there's no words to say thank you, Joe, for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for
You know, every time I sing that song, I always choke up. Always,
Yeah.
because I think of my mother and my father. You know what I mean? And ladies and gentlemen, as you can tell, I try each week to bring different things to this show. I'm so proud to have the #1 watched podcast. And I'm going to say it again. I was told by my producer, my brother, he put up a sign. Please make sure that you subscribe and you like and you make a comment. Even though I distribute this out, it's very, very important because I'm working all around to do affiliates because there's so much, to make this go national. because I'm getting the studio's getting a lot of letters and different inquiries because it's a fun show. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of nice people that have a lot of nice podcasts, so forth. Not like this. This is the #1 spot. I feel as though that Rick Manning, one of my producers, does a phenomenal job, and my brother is over the top. He wants a raise. He ain't getting it. Forget about it. I gave him enough. Just his free meals on Sunday, and he's got to take his wife, and he wants to bring other people. I said, forget about it. Well, I say this all the time. If I had Aladdin's lamp, Joe, and I had one wish to make, I would not wish for caviar or any special dish. I would not wish for dollars, yet in dollars I have few. I wish to come to this studio, ladies and gentlemen, each week and bring people like Joe and Tina to people like you to show you what life is all about. The holidays are few weeks away. We're getting close to Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's a wonderful time. Reach into your heart. Do something nice, because I say this, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. And I like to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for giving me at the age of 72 the power of having knockout on each hand. Eddie Sanchez, my very special friend, the champion. He was in a very bad car accident. Eddie, get well. Our prayers are with you. Sal Santiago, one of my best friends. Our prayers are with you. Life is short, ladies and gentlemen, so live it. Tina, I can't wait to get home and eat that pie, because my brother's been looking at it, and little does he know, he ain't getting nothing, ugats. He ain't getting nothing. Forget about it. Okay, everybody, I'll see you next week. Lady, you want to change the channel now? Malfanabla. Go ahead, do whatever you want. Drink one. Take a walk, Joe. That's one. Here we go. I'm gonna knock you down with the right hand. Watch it. Let's do, Joe. Oh, forget about it. He's against the ropes. He's got to count him out. Here's your number. I got you. Watch this. Watch this, Ed. He's dead.
Now, have a Catholic, and then you don't like that. See?
Shut up. All right. All right. Do it too. What are you getting? I'm a senior. What are you hollering at? Do it too. Morning. Game point, Joe. He's watching. You got me, Joe. You got me. Too good for me. Here you go.
Are you looking to increase your business? Are you looking to take your business or organization to the next level? Well, look no further. The Michael Leonetti Variety Show has everything you need to become a great success. Contact us now to get all the information you need to take your business to the next level.